Yeah, I think we just had a real, moment at halftime where we knew the opportunity that we had in front of us, and really phrase it as an opportunity to go out there and just play the style of football we know how to play, have an explosive offense, and Coach Campbell did a great job setting us up to, start moving the ball down the field there in the second half, and I think, it was we needed that one after the start we had, and so I'm just from that perspective just proud of the way the guys fought. Came out of halftime, knew our backs were against the wall a little bit. We had a real heart-to-heart convo at halftime, like, hey, we gotta go now. This is an opportunity for us, and we got to, and the defense got to stop, and then we could roll.
So you could talk about, I know you didn't play that much last year, but talk about the difficulty, and Tyler, if you could, all three of you could address this, the difficulty of having a season where you're not competing for a national championship, coming off a national championship.
Yeah, I think, coming off the title like that, I mean, our goals at the start of the year to, beat Michigan State, beat Ohio State, win a Big Ten title and win a national title. So, I mean, obviously it's disappointing, but it's not our job right now to have that perspective of feeling bad for ourselves or feeling like this or that. It's just our job to know that we got another game next week that we got to win and focus on the next day in front of us or the next play or the next practice or the next game. And I think if you take that, wide lens view all the time, you're going to get stuck and get caught up in it. And I don't think the guys have really had that, feeling. And the guys have done a good job of staying focused on what we got to do. And, that was a good football team we played, but, we were more than capable. So.
Really, I mean, the same thing that he said. I feel like, we've done a good job not just sitting there trying to compare ourselves to last year. Because, I feel like we sit there and compare ourselves to what we did last year. Honestly, I feel like guys would lose motivation just not seeing us, doing the same things that we had, the past couple of years. But I think, like he said, just we got 3 more games, and, we got to go play our best ball. And, any chance we get to run somebody else's season is, that's what we're focusing on. So just, focusing on the game we got next week, and then, once we get to Northwestern, we'll focus on that, and then finish the season. Old State will focus on that.
Third row middle, Tony.
Yeah, for Tyler and Davis, you talked about coming out in the second half. Obviously, things clicked a little better, but early on, 4 punts in the first 5 drives. I guess what made things difficult to get started today?
Falls on me as a quarterback. I got to be better on third downs. Put us in, you got to be able to convert third downs and money down. And we talked about it all week, and didn't take advantage of those opportunities when we had them. So, and that falls on me to be better. So, I think getting that first third down and picking those up and getting those things rolling, then we would have rolled and been able to go. So that falls on me as a quarterback to just be better on that down, and definitely something I'm be looking to work on.
I wouldn't say it's just on Davis. I think there's a lot of things we could have did as an offense, just as a whole. Little details and just the smaller things that everybody needs to fix. But it's something we definitely need to get fixed because we only got a certain amount of time to play a game, so we can't come out just wasting time and giving the ball back.
Everything you said, Davis, but you guys got the downfield passing game working a little bit better. What's more comfortable for you than it was in the first 3 games, and what are you seeing out there?
I mean, I think Coach Campbell did a great job calling stuff for us, and scheming guys and doing a great job. And the O-line did a great job protecting. And whether it was Cole or Timo or Peyton or whoever it was, I thought when the opportunities were there, we made them. But at the end of the day, we left some out there, left some meat on the bone, and we had opportunities and we just didn't capitalize when we should have. So.
Time for 2 more for our offensive players here. On the left, third row back, Charlie.
Davis and Tyler, in a lot of respects, you guys did what was asked of you. Another game with no turnovers, 2 touchdowns. What more do you think you needed that kind of was missing today?
I mean, the number one thing that's asked of us is to win the football game. So that's just what it comes down to. And as an offense, we got to start faster. And and keep our defense off the field, let them do their thing. So yeah, just being better on third down, being better early in the game, starting faster. You just got to start faster, and bring that energy from the jump. So yeah, but number one job is to win the football game. So that's the first thing.
Really, I mean, same thing he said, just converting third downs, making the big plays. Like, if I catch that one ball towards the sideline, I feel like that changes some things. So, just we got to make plays like that. We got to just execute better. And like I said earlier, we got to start fast because it's only a certain amount of time we got.
All right, last couple of questions. We can get Coach Moore up here, front left, Steve.
Davis, Colston does special things in every game, but this game he seemed to even be a little, take it up even another notch. Talk about his contributions today and the connection you guys had going.
Yeah, Colston's a stud. He's everything you want. A tight end, does everything right during practice, during the week. Practices hard, lifts hard, knows what he's got to do on every snap. Never doubt, and he's someone we all can learn from. And he was, Coach Campbell did a great job calling plays for him, and he did a great job getting open, and they weren't covering him, and I was going to hit him. So he was incredible for us today, and I'm just really proud of the way that guy fights. There's no quitting him, and I know I can rely on him. And there were, even that one on the sideline that, maybe was a catch, maybe wasn't. I got to give him a better football there, put him in a better spot, make an easy catch, and keep the chains moving. So he's a Michigan man and loves this team, and he's a true leader on the offense.
For both of you, it seemed like the first half was really not defensively the first half you would have wanted. What can you kind of assess that maybe didn't go your way in that first half?
I'm gonna say really, we just gotta execute better. First half it didn't go the way that we wanted, and we also let them, get too many yards on us and things like that. But I think second half we ended up coming together and fixing that problem. So.
Yeah, I'd say just being prepared for their loose plays. They run a lot of quick game and like quick screens and stuff, and we didn't do a very good job of just downing it right away. Let them get some extra yards that they probably shouldn't have got. So I'd say just tightening up our alignment and pre-snap communication will play a big part in turning around how we played the first half.
Third row middle, Tony.
Yeah, Derek, can you help compare the vibes between this year and last? I know you guys don't like to look back, or just throughout the week on game day. I mean, obviously, so much went right last year, and this year 4 losses. Still trying to fight.
I think the vibes. I think the vibes been the same. I don't think just because this hasn't been a season that it has been compared to last year. That anything has fallen off. I feel like we prepared the same way that we prepared last year. Each and every practice, we stay together. We execute in practice really well. And we just try to keep the energy high, and then we just try to come out on game day and just stay together and really just dominate together. Really.
Back left corner there, Zach.
Wesley found out at some point this week that Will and Jair would be out. How do you guys think you handled it and the challenges that presented? And it seemed like it was very safety heavy with some of the alignments you guys were doing.
Yeah, seeing Zeke be able to go out there and play corner was like real exciting, and just hats off to him. That's not easy to do. Like just not training at all, like that technique. Like that's a totally different technique, and the fact that he just took that head on and embraced it, and actually made some plays out there. That was exciting to see, and it was just really we knew we was down two elite corners, and somebody was gonna have to step up. I think they embraced that pretty well.
Got time for a few more for these gentlemen. If we have additional questions for them, the gentleman in the back middle there, we're getting a microphone to you.
Question for both of you. What was just some of the challenges that Oregon presented, especially in that first half, that made it difficult to slow down the offense, and what kind of changed from there?
I'd say kind of like what I said earlier, just like the quick game. I think we just they run RPOs, so whatever look you give them, they either gonna run or pass off of it. So I think just finding like a happy medium and like confusing them in terms of just what we show. I feel like we kind of just gave them like their read, kind of like they knew they would pass or they knew they would run it. So just finding like a happy medium in disguising that way we can confuse them and slow them down.
Second row, far right, Ryan.
For both of you guys, how shocked were you that Oregon's first touchdown stood, and what was your reaction when you saw the replay? And I guess how did you first see the replay as well?
For myself, I don't think we really even saw the replay, things like that. But I pretty much just went up to a mirror and just told him to keep his head up, and I just pretty much just told him, man. I said, man, they're gonna continue to try you the rest of this game. I said, man, next time they try you, just make them not do it again the rest of the game. And I think he handled that well. So I give all credit down.
Yeah, I didn't see what I thought it was. Did he drop it? I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't see that part. That's just the game though. Like that's part of the game.
All right, all the way to your left here, second row, Bob.
Derek, I know you said that the vibe is the same from last year, but coming off a national title, now you're 5-4. Do you think it will be a challenge to stay up for these games down the stretch?
I don't really look at it as a challenge, I look more at it as like an opportunity for us. I think the rest of these next 3 games, especially with the 2 top teams that we got to play, it's going to be more so like how do we want to be remembered? How do we want 145 to be remembered? How do we want to finish together? A lot of guys not going to be here next year and things like that. So really, it's just like how do we want to continue to like finish the season out?
All right, last couple for Derek and Wesley, second row on the right.
Yeah, can you talk about the challenges of facing Dylan Gabriel dynamically as a passer and also on his touchdown run in the second quarter?
Say that again?
Can you just talk about the challenges of facing a dynamic passer like Dylan Gabriel and what you saw there on his touchdown run in the second quarter?
You really just gotta give him and his O-line credit. They did a good job of, taking certain guys out of their like rush lanes and things like that. At times, I felt like they wanted to take Mason out of the game in the first half, and I felt like he just did a good job, finding lanes and just making a play when his team needed it. So I feel like as a D-line, we gotta find ways to keep like a quarterback like him in the pocket more.
Just 1 to 2 more. We'll go to the back left here, Reiner.
And Derek, you guys kind of were known as like the boa constrictor, I guess, last year, kind of sucked the life out of everybody, but it seems like teams are able to kind of sustain life against you guys. I mean, with 10 of 15 third down conversions today, that's been obviously a pattern throughout the season. Why do you think there is such a discrepancy or difference between this year's team and not last year's team, and being able to kind of just strangle teams?
Ain't really no difference. I just say, man, we just gotta execute to get better. That's it, really. You just communicate and have good eyes, and you gotta find ways to get off third down. So that's it.